it's Gustav. I'm back. This is another interview. I'm with John Mudau. You're John Mudau, right?
Yes, that's correct.
John Mudau, a candidate, a SASCO candidate for SRC, Campus SRC. Yes, Campus SRC elections, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
For the coming elections.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so right now I'm going to have a few questions. Please put some questions that are just politics that happen around TUT. Alright, my first question is about the manifesto. What is your manifesto as SASCO?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank this opportunity. First of all, I would like to thank this opportunity to can somehow express the greatest manifesto of our organization as SASCO. I'm an SRC candidate for SASCO, which is aiming for the great masses upon the elections. Heading to the manifesto of SASCO, I believe many people have heard several times about the manifesto of SASCO ever since we started with the pre-manifestos and coming to the actual manifesto that was held on campus yesterday. Ours is just to normalize and also ensure that people know what SASCO is and what it does for students. We have been doing it for the past years. It's not something we're just going to do it. SASCO believes in a very strong youth student movement, which means that whatever that happens within our campus empowers us as students. So we believe that students youth especially, have got what it takes, like the mind is fresh and the statutory movement of theirs is different from the previous generation. And telling our campus in the manifesto, I would say there are a lot of things that are happening in our campus that we cannot avoid. And as much as we're present as SASCO, we've got issues that are surrounding our campus. First of all, I can just go to the one that is within the government rules, water. Everybody, according to the rules, the Constitution of South Africa says that you are entitled to clean and safe water, which our campus at this point doesn't have. And I believe that with what SASCO has, and me myself as an SRC candidate, getting into power over there, I can resolve it with many other issues that are still to be said throughout this interview.
Okay, thank you for clarifying your manifesto. Can you tell me, right, yesterday when we were at the manifesto, there was a bit of a squabble or a fight that happened there. What was that all about? Can you just highlight us on what happened there? Because we couldn't understand, we just saw people started fighting. What happened?
I would like one day to become a scout or a private investigator, but at this point, what I can tell you is that we know it's not something new. This happens throughout each and every campus, TUT campuses. The manifestos this time didn't go well, all of them, and we were the last to present the manifesto at TUT Manifesto. One thing I can tell you is that everywhere where there's politics, there's going to be those ups and downs, those mimics that people bring to their benefits, for their benefits to their political structures. What happened was that, even though I can't disclose many sensitive information to you, but what I can tell you is that...
I don't know, you can disclose everything, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Uncut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what was happening. What I know, especially from ours, we are a student movement that conquers each and everything. We are a student movement of masses. So whatever happens within our statutory means that people are going to be threatened. SASCO deployed a president in the SRC. SASCO deployed a deputy president in our campus. SASCO deployed a treasurer in our campus. So you can imagine with such power, you can imagine with such work, what could people expect from you? First of all, nationally, a financial issue is one that is a problem. It's a problem to many students. It doesn't really affect Emalahleni at its own, but entirely all the students, all the facilities, they've got problems when it comes to financial matters. So you can take it from a treasurer was deployed by SASCO, and moving to the deputy president and the presidents. We hold power by them. So we as SASCO, we know that having deployed those people are going to be attacks, they're leaders. You can't be a leader, that is not spoken about. You have to be spoken about. So if people don't talk about you, that means you're not doing anything. So you can't, a leader has got its own vision and empathy. So if I'm a leader and don't have empathy, how am I going to connect with the masses? So as much as we've deployed those people and they were working, we have got oppositions. It's not something new, we know about it. We just kept on working. And as much as we went far, the groups, I don't know, I can say groups or structures. You know, yeah, those ones who tried to collide and wanted to disrupt our manifesto. It's not new. It's not new. We are the ruling structure in our campus. We are holding, we are reigning in our campus. Nothing can ever stop us. We've been doing it for years. Right now, it was just a smaller thing that can be overcome.
Okay, so you say you are the ruling structure in the campus.
Yeah.
So how does that come about? Because I think when you count the seats, there are about 9 seats in the SRC. Yes, so right now you currently, for you to be ruling, to be a ruler, you have to have, I think it's 5, it's 50% plus 1, 50 plus 1, right?
Yeah.
So how does that work right now?
If we check, there's something we call coalition.
Oh, right now you are in coalition.
Yeah, there are structures that are within the coalition perspective.
Okay.
And we also in a coalition with one of the structures that I can disclose right now. But it doesn't really shape the fact that we hold the power.
But you can disclose them. I think it's
we are quite
well
aware
known that you are you in coalition maybe with EFFs?
At
If
this
Student
point,
Command or SCO or PASMA or DASO or
coming to the 2020-2021 period, what I know is that we are in a coalition with PASMA at this point.
PASMA?
Yeah,
Only PASMA?
Yeah, it's only PASMA.
Okay.
Yeah, I know of that.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is what created this whole entire thing. It's a movement. You can't, when you say it's a movement, which means that if it's a movement, there's going to be a place where you're going to be still, there's a place that you're going to rise above, and a place that you're going to take note down again on that. So having been disturbed on that manifesto, it shows.
Okay, I'm going to the part of residences, right? Right now, how many residences do we have?
Current residences that I know of, it's Kailetu, Mabale, Magodi, Yeye, and Corridors. Yeah, those are the residences that I'm aware of, and the one that has been built at campus. I was going to listen to what you were going to ask me about those residences.
Yes, also, what do you think? You have been in this campus for how long? For
This is my third year.
We've been here since 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Yes, so I think which residences have you resided in since you've been here?
I've resided in one of the most brilliant residents, which is Kailetu. Kailetu, a home for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've resided there from 2019 up until the beginning of this academic year. That is when I decided to move to Corridor.
Then, right now you are residing.
I'm residing in Corridor. Yes.
How has been the experience in Kailetu and how has been the experience in
Corridor?
Yes.
Okay. What I can tell you is that every house has got an issue, and that we can avoid. It's something that goes along. It's something that happens. It just depends on how the household deals with that. So from Kailetu, I had a very, it was an amazing time. I spent an amazing time. Street residents. It gives, one thing that I loved about that residence was that it gives young students the opportunity to participate. You know, if you go there right now, you go into the office, you find that there are students, TUT students that are working in the office, which means that it's empowering students. doesn't want to sponge money from them because we are unemployed. We're a source of income. So if we move to these different residences, which means that we're taking our money back to those residences, we're giving to the owners. You understand? So they have been empowering students. Yes, there have been squabbles, which I can't say they have been squabbles. Yes, but we moved from them while I was still staying in Candidate. I moved to Corridor Hill. This is one of the rest that has got major students. Like it has got a lot of money. The capacity here is too much.
How many students do you think Corridor Hill has right now? Roughly, like,
yeah, approximately 1,000 approximately.
Okay. How has been your experience here at Corridor Hill?
I can't run away from the fact that I think you saw yourself that this is one of the residences that is far from town. You know, it's just close to the mall. You know, yeah, and a lot of students love this place. I do love it. I'm starting to gain love for this place, though there has been some things that might have been going on. But like I said, every household has got issues that can be dealt with as time goes.
Okay, like what? Because right now I think it's a few months ago we lost a student in Corridor Hill due to some fights, and I think it was about 2 weeks ago there was a fight, a student stabbed another student. I'm not sure if you know about those kind of issues.
Yeah.
So right now I want to ask you, what do you think that what should be done or could be done from the political structure, your political structure, and from the management? What could be done to prevent such cases? Because I don't think there's any parent who sent their kid to university to be in that kind of a situation.
Yeah.
What do you think that could be done to prevent those kind of situations?
Okay, I'm going to take you back to our manifesto SASCO. In one of the points there, it simply stated that RCs must be brought back into residences. You know, because currently there's no RCs here in the residence. So that was the reason. If you can check most of these cases, as I can't disclose because I'm not one of the management. So there are these things, this like our own solutions to things that are like your RCs, you know, your my point right now is that RCs must be brought back. It's within one of our manifesto SASCO, because we believe that as much as we promote a variety of residences, a residence must be properly protected and safe for students. Just like right now, I can give you a very simple example. If I was to go out at 8 o'clock in this residence and decide to go to McDonald's, there's a McDonald's near here. Yeah, so if I decide to go to McDonald's, there are no street lights. So what if people come by, I'm working with, it can be my girlfriend, it can be my sister. What happens now if I'm traveling from here to McDonald's at 8 p.m. and there are no street lights? Those are some of the things that we are promoting in our office, so that we want a safe environment, which is of a resident for students of TUT, irrespective of where it is and how things operate in that residence.
Okay, what do you think about there are elections on the 13th, right? 14
to 16.
Yes, 14 to the 16th of September.
Yes.
What do you think about buying of votes? Like, doesn't that scare you as SASCO that maybe some political structures that have means of money, they can buy votes from students, since we are going to vote online, right?
It's online.
Yes, it's online.
For the very first time.
Yeah, meaning that the student maybe I can take your phone right now and say, maybe if I can give you 50 rands right now,
yes,
please vote for my party. Aren't you scared of those kind of dynamics? Like, did you really check those kind of dynamics?
Okay, let me get back to the shoes of SASCO right now, as a SASCO member.
Yes.
I believe and I know that our members are very loyal to this organization because they are aware, they know of the visions and missions of SASCO. They know what it has done, they know what it has been doing, they know what it's still going to do. You understand me? So this thing of buying votes and these other things are just, those things happen. Yeah, they happen, but it doesn't shake us as SASCO to kind of have people that are willing to go and buy votes, and it won't work like that. Our members are very, 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 very loyal to this organization.
You think maybe as SASCO as you can also do that, since maybe you have some money?
No, SASCO has masses.
Yeah.
You know, we are not shaking.
Oh,
That's why
you have numbers.
Yeah, we have numbers. So
It's-
it's not an organization that depends on people's structures. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we have got our own mass, which is entitled to us and which is trustworthy to us. You know, we can't do that. We've got masses already. So it's up to them as the oppositions as to what is it that they want to promote. If they are doing that, then let them try in one of the conversations.
Okay, right now we have a new campus director. I think when we arrived here, we had a different campus director, which was currently just right.
Yeah.
Right now we have a new campus director. So, what message would you want to send to the campus director? Maybe the change that you want, and what change can he bring to the campus? Since maybe we do have issues that can be addressed by him. Yes.
First of all, I know that the fact that he's in that position is a leader. And the leader has got visions, has got empathy. Because without empathy, there's no way you can understand what we as students and also your colleagues want from him as a leader. So one thing I can think of right now is that I need and I would like for him, because I haven't met him on different occasions, but I feel because of COVID-19, in the near future we'll be talking, we'll be engaging in such issues that we need an SRC informant to be there present. But I believe that from a poor black student like myself, you would learn to understand that there are things that we have been disadvantaged to from the apartheid era. I mean, if you are a black person and understand that there are people that are in the institution and are from poor backgrounds, there are things that they can't get from home. You can provide, like a simple thing that I just proved to you right now. I told you that we've got an issue of water. There's no water in our campus, and you go to read about the water here in Big Bang. It's not really consumable. I don't know now, but it's not consumable, and it's not yet clean enough for us to say we can drink that water. I'm a poor black student. I can't buy water every day. How is it possible that if it happens that in the office there is purifying machine, but me as a student I'm paying money, I'm giving the institution money, but I don't get access to clean water to drink myself?
Okay. Yes. Right now I think I'm going to the last question. In CUT we have a problem of strikes. There's always a strike maybe after a month or so. So like, what do you think about that? Like, what could be the solution for those kind of things? Because I don't think we want that kind of environment where we are always fighting, where the students are always fighting management through strikes. What do you think can be done to prevent those kind of situations? Because I think even the strike will affect other students when their academics are not so well, and then it leads to academic exclusions and those kind of things. What could be done to prevent those kind of things?
You know, at this point, before I get to that, at this point we've got researchers that are busy trying to
Researchers from
researchers in the educational sector, okay, that are trying to,
Not from SASCO.
No, it can be from SASCO, but as much as they can be combined, there are researchers that are trying to eliminate a system that was created in the apartheid era. You know, so some of the things that are happening right now that can lead to strikes. You know, we have poor black students that don't have much to can offer the university. That is why we've got NSFAS and other funding schemes that can work within us. One thing that leads to strikes is because of people don't really want to engage. There's a communication, and what leads to strikes is because it's not because of people having tried to go through the exact procedure that needs to be done before we can decide to close the gate. It's not all about that. There's a procedure that is followed. If I can give you an example right now, let's take you on my lecture. I send you different types of emails, more than 5 emails, and you will get back to me on that. What do you expect me to do? I'm going to obviously take you to your senior. So our senior as students is what we do at the gate. You can't want us to come to school while we're struggling. You are the institution that is within the arrangement of our finances. You are the institution that directs our academics. So if I'm not satisfied with a certain lecture, I take that up and you don't decide to work on it. What should I do as a student? As a poor student who wants a qualification, what should I do about that? And if I'm saying I've got concerns, I'm telling my security, go to campus, find out that people enter without any kind of verification to say that they're students. What do you say? All the time, maybe if they are coming to campus, I tell them, I raise that, I write emails, I tell them there are people that come to campus. I don't feel safe anymore. If you don't take me serious, what should I do?
Oh, so are you saying that you don't feel safe when you're around campus?
No, I'm not saying, this is just a hypothetical speaking.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying that things that may lead to a strike is not because of there hasn't been a proper procedure that was followed. It's the ignorance that drives them. But I'm not encouraging
Ignorance
strikes.
from
The management itself, because you can tell, Malakin is a branch to the main campus.
Yes.
So if there are things that are happening in our small campus like this one, they're not paying attention or rather taking it to the executives, then we've got a problem. We can't continue if we've got something that is not satisfying our minds.
Okay, right now I'm going to be on my last question. This is going to be my last question.
Yes.
Online learning. Online, as a poor student, how has that affected you? Since everything due to COVID has went online, right? How has that affected you as a student? And what do you think there can be some improvements, or what are the positives that you have picked up? What are the negatives that you have picked up since we were in COVID? And what improvements could be done right now?
Yeah. For the institution, I can say, it has played a huge role, because if you can check the pass rate, last year it was 61, I think it was 61, I don't know, 70 or 61. Right now this year, if I'm not mistaken, it's approximately 71. So which means there's a huge pass rate. It means it's growing, and which means more money to the institution itself. But
Can you explain to those who don't know how more money, how does that work?
the more you graduate, the more the government gives the institution money. Okay. So the more you fail, there's nothing that is coming within the institution. Yeah. So what happened was that as a public student, we were suffering because nobody was prepared for COVID-19. So many things.
Some people didn't have laptops and
Exactly.
those kind of things.
Yeah. So nobody was prepared for that. And coming to this now, having seen this pass rate yes, we had challenges entailing our technical devices, which was resolved this year, if I'm not mistaken. But which I'm not also satisfied with how that thing was handled, because I believe as a public student who comes from the rural villages, that this money that I'm getting from NSFAS, if I'm funded by it, it's supposed to clothe me, it's supposed to buy me whatever it is that they need back at home. So if I was to say, rather than getting a laptop, I was going to need that money. And the campus is closed. They've got labs at campus. That is where most students used to go and write their online tests. That's where most students used to go and write their assignments.
So the campus is closed right now?
The campus is operating, but not as much as it was at times.
So you cannot get access to some of the facilities that you might want at that particular time?
Yeah, you can get access, but it's the time that is changed.
Limited.
Yeah, it's limited. Yes. Because I'm used to a campus that operates 24/7. The library, our library operates 24/7. So if I decide that I want to go and cross that day, residences there, there's always noise. As much as I've told you about what is happening currently and telling the RCs, because they're the ones that can be able to maintain the noise if I want to study. So if the campus is not operating at full capacity, I've got a problem. Understand? So this online thing, I'm not against it. It's an advanced thing for poor Black Africans. We never thought in times it could happen that we can at least have our own devices to write our assignments in. We can write and test in. I don't know if it has disadvantaged the institution also on itself, but on our side, it has affected us. I can say 70% it was good. There's that 30% which is bad because there are some classes that happen online. There's a problem. Unkept Wi-Fi is not available, and the data that we get from the institution is not as much. Those are some of the things that I'm raising right now that you're asking. I would think the manifesto of SASCO.
Okay, I think we are done for today. Thank you very much for joining